welcome to our Freelancer channel.
Thank you, Roberta. Thank you for having me here. I'm excited to share my knowledge about freelancing, and I'm hoping that other single moms can benefit from watching this.
I think for sure they will do. BA, let's start. Let's start with you. Tell us a little bit about yourself, what you want to share, how you came to your freelance job.
Oh, okay, sure. So some people call me Barbara, but they can call me BA. I started my freelancing journey, I think about 11 years ago. So I was a fresh graduate, and like most people, you would go straight to the corporate world. That's what I did. But 10 months in the corporate job, I got pregnant. And when you're in the corporate world, the salary won't it's not enough for you to survive with a kid. So I decided to go back to the province, but still I need funds for me to survive. That's when I looked for online jobs. But at that time, online jobs were not as popular as it is today. There were a lot of scammers, there were a lot of fake jobs, so I really had to like risk. Fortunately, I was able to get a job as a writer, as an SEO writer. And it was funny because I didn't have my portfolio back then. So what I submitted was my college essay paper, which apparently they accepted. And from there, I tried to build my skills, tried to improve my writing, and fast forward 12 or 11 years, I've handled a lot of writing gigs for different clients all over the globe. So yeah, that's it.
Oh wow, that's quite impressive. So, and what was the corporate job you had? Like,
Oh,
was that anything related to what you're doing now?
it wasn't. I was a program manager for a travel management company, and it was something that I excelled. I like to think that I excelled, but it wasn't for me. Like, I think if you're a creative person, you will find a way to get out of that box and look for a job that suits your preference, your talents. Yeah. So it was fun, but I guess it's for other people.
Yeah, fair enough, right? So, and do you think, does it have like, is it more easier, let's put it that way, to be a freelance and handle like the balance between having enough time for your kids and handling the work and handling the clients? Is that something which works better for you?
I think personally it worked best for me, but looking at other people, I think it's not for everyone. So you really have to be prepared if you want to be a freelancer. Like for example, since we're working with most of the time with startup companies, there's no guarantee that you're going to have work in the future, right? But when it comes to like for example, an established company and you're in a corporate, it's more stable. So that's something that I had to risk. And of course, the health benefits, I really had to give it up. But spending time with my kids and knowing that I could be there every step of the way, watching their competitions, it's actually a great payoff. I wouldn't trade anything for this. So it works best for me. And aside from that, there's a lot of flexibility when you do freelancing, especially in my case where I write. So I don't usually have to, like, although I have a deadline, it's not similar to like for example you're working in a corporate and you have to finish a report by this hour. It doesn't work like that in my case. So if you're a single mom, you have a talent for writing, maybe freelancing is good for you.
Would be your advice to moms and women in general when they would like to start a freelancing, how to best do that and what kind of advice would them?
Okay, I think my general advice for most people, if they want to be in this industry, is that you learn how to be flexible. Like, for example, even if you have your schedule plotted, when you have kids, it can get rowdy throughout the day. They will call you once in a while. So you have to be prepared. Sometimes it gets annoying, especially if you're in the mood to write or to finish your job. But I guess over time, I was able to manage it. At first, it can get into my nerves, but as time passes by, you get to learn how to manage your emotions, try to prioritize what's important. So instead of like having a schedule and putting a time for activity, I try to write down all my priority tasks And from there, I try to hit at least 70% of all those tasks so I'd feel better at the end of the day. I think what triggers our anxiety or we get annoyed is that if we cannot accomplish a lot of things, so having like a cap of 70% per day and still be able to do my other duties as a mother, I'm all good with that. So it's really about, accepting that it's not going to be a perfect day. But yeah, everything else will follow if you're quite flexible.
Yeah, quite good. Quite good advice here. And yeah, actually, BA and me have the same shirt color. I think we managed that quite good. So, well, just mine is long, hers is short.
Because
I
it's
think at the moment it's quite
tropical
hot.
Yeah.
Here not. You see the leaves are turning. Okay.
Yes.
Great. Is there anything you would like to share for the freelancing community? Anything else?
Oh, okay. So I actually have a note for that. But I think these things are important, especially if you're going to be a freelancer. I have 3 lessons that I would like to share with you. Number one, it's not going to be an easy road. This is not to scare those aspiring freelancers, but this is just a real talk. I've seen a lot of videos on TikTok, on social media saying that you can earn 6 digit when you do freelancing. Yes, it is true, but it's not an overnight success. Most of the time, you need to get a lot of clients to achieve that kind of salary. You have sleepless nights, you need to boost your skills, you need to add more skills for you to be able to get that. It is possible, but it's not easy. So if you're ready for that, if you are ready to learn more and to accept more tasks, then you're good to go. It's not a 9 to 5 job. Yes, it has a lot of flexibility, but oftentimes you have to work more than 8 hours. And then number two, and I think I've already mentioned it, if you're going to be a freelancer, make sure that you're going to have other skills than what you have right now. Like, for example, if you're a writer, it's also good that you attend, I guess, lectures about SEO or graphic design, because there are clients who would require you to have all those skills. And aside from that, that could be your side hustle. As I've said, in most cases, freelancing is good, but there are clients that would leave you hanging. So you need to have backup skills just in case you need to transfer clients. And the third one is that you have to know your worth. I've seen and heard this a lot of times, and there are a lot of freelancers that are being shortchanged by their employers. It's not entirely their fault, but they could solve that by actually doing their research and talking to other freelancers about the standard rate. It affects the entire industry when you're being shortchanged because other people might think that it's a decent price to pay for Filipino freelancers. So before you even sign an agreement, ask other people if that's a good pay for your skill set and for your talent. So there.
Yeah, I think that's really good advice, and I would encourage everyone have a look on our website wowfreelancer.com. We really would like to raise the bar for freelancers, and that what you just describe. And leave us a comment, subscribe to the channel, get in touch with us. We would love to hear from you. Thanks a lot for sharing all of that. And yeah,
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I hope that WOW will invite a lot of freelancers so we could help others as well.